What's up, everybody? Welcome to this live recording of Pretty Rich Podcast. And today we are chatting all about starting out in permanent makeup. You guys, I can't believe I'm doing this for free. I am crazy. It is a complete guide to building your business if you are just starting out. This podcast right now that I'm recording is practically a course. And I have been working so hard on this, but I want to give you guys the tools necessary if you are just starting out in your business, if you did just get certified, or maybe if you're not certified yet, right? If you've not certified yet, but maybe you're thinking about getting certified, or maybe you've already booked a class and it's like 2 months away and you just can't wait to get certified in permanent makeup already, you've come to the right place. Today, I am going to make things very simple for you because it's very easy to get overwhelmed when you're first starting your beauty business. But I have 8 steps, 8 very simple steps because, it's really easy to get overwhelmed because within each step are like more steps. So if you're a note taker and that helps you learn, I suggest that you break out that notepad, that piece of paper, and take some notes because I am going to give you exactly what to do in order to start your career in the beauty industry, in the permanent makeup industry. And it's one of the easiest careers to start. The learning curve for the technique might be a little bit longer, but honestly, it is one of the most inexpensive careers to get started on in the beauty business, not to mention one of the fastest. Although I don't recommend you choose this out of speed, right? But if you think about it, to be an esthetician, it's like 9 months or something like that. To be a hairstylist or a makeup artist, it's like several months in school. But to take a permanent makeup class, to take a permanent makeup certification, doesn't take much time at all. To learn it takes a little bit longer, but the certification part is actually quite easy. It's actually quite fast. And I'm going to break it down for you how to find the right training, et cetera, if you are interested in a career in permanent makeup. Okay, so who is this podcast for? This is for anybody that's interested in starting out in the beauty business, particularly permanent makeup. We're going to be covering the career of cosmetic tattooing specifically. Anybody that might feel overwhelmed with the various steps and skills required to get started, this is for you because it is very confusing with the different types of licenses and certifications, as well as the various products and techniques that are offered in this industry. If you're uncertain about how to build a client base, this is for you too. If you're hoping to gain a clearer understanding of the steps and requirements needed to start a career in pPMU as a cosmetic tattoo artist, this episode's for you. So why should you listen to me? My name is Sheila Bella. If it is your first time on Pretty Rich Podcast Live, welcome. So just a quick overview of my career. I created a multi-7-figure business in 3 years, within 3 years. I've been in the industry now since 2010, but my career took off very unexpectedly in 2010 when I opened Sheila Bella Microblading. And since then, I opened my second multi-million-dollar business in the online space called Pretty Rich Bosses. And because of that, I was just talking about this morning, the lowest level of an expert is somebody that's done it themselves. The highest level of an expert is somebody that has done it themselves and helped other people do the same thing. And we have thousands of members inside our Pretty Rich Bosses group and also our Beauty Biz Secrets group. So this is my passion. I have a team of 35 remote employees and contractors who help me as a team. We collectively as a team help beauty business owners scale their businesses. And so this is why you should listen to me, because this is everything I'm about. This is my life. This is my business. This is my obsession. And before we begin, I just wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to one of our podcast subscribers that left a review. NM York 18, she writes, I absolutely adore Sheila. She is so genuine and she truly cares about giving good and solid info and advice for the beauty industry. I am a licensed esthetician in Lake Jackson, Texas, and I actually just started my mentorship with PRB, and I can't wait to see where this takes me. Keep inspiring people, Sheila. Thank you so much, Desert Rose, for this review. And for anybody else that listens to Pretty Rich Podcast, if you haven't written a review, know that I really read each and every one of them. And it really helps this show be seen by more cool people like you. And if you haven't taken the time to do that, I would really appreciate it if you could write a 5-star review on iTunes and some words, and you can have your review read on the air too. If you want to get booked and busy, I have a free resource for you, my top 10 smartest ways to get new clients. It's completely free, and all you need to do is click the link in the description box. All right, here we go. Who is ready? Who's ready for the ultimate checklist for starting a successful permanent makeup business? So we have 8 steps, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in, okay? Because we have a lot to cover. Number 1, get certified. Once you've started perusing permanent makeup on the internet, you have to get certified. Once you've made that decision to finally, hey, do this thing, you know what? Maybe you got your brows done by somebody and you were like, I want to do what she's doing. Now you have to get certified. You can't just like jump into it. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people that just jump into it without certification. So once you've made the decision that you want to get into permanent makeup and make it your new career, you need to get certified. Because this is going to give your clients some peace of mind and show them that you take your craft seriously. Because like I said, believe it or not, there are a lot of people who learn this business on YouTube, who learn this technique on YouTube. And it is really important to get educated, like actually educated in tattooing faces. So this means that you need to take a course or a workshop from a reputable source. You know, education, especially here, is the foundation of any long-lasting, successful permanent makeup business. This industry is definitely something that you don't want to go cheap on or rush the education process, because it is crucial to know what you're doing, because you are literally doing something permanent, you guys. You're tattooing people's faces. So learning how to do permanent makeup through YouTube videos alone, a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it, and it's crazy. Remember, YouTube videos are not regulated, which means that anyone, literally anybody, can upload a video and claim to be an expert, even if they have little or no experience or training. And I've seen this lead to a lot of misinformation and poor techniques that potentially harm clients, right? And YouTube videos also can't provide the hands-on training and the practice that's necessary to master the skill of permanent makeup. Mastering the skill of permanent makeup is a very delicate procedure and requires precision and practice. And oh my gosh, I'd be so scared to tattoo somebody's face if I didn't have for the first time, if I didn't have an instructor there or a mentor to guide me, right? Most of all, YouTube videos, it doesn't cover enough safety and hygiene. It doesn't cover enough of the guidelines that's really important to follow when doing permanent makeup. There's infection control, there's needle sterilization and other safety protocols, and it's crucial to protect you as the artist and the client. This is what the American Academy of Micropigmentation stands for. This is why the AAM is alive, because we see such a lack in the industry and even these videos of safety protocols and proper hygiene. It's so easy to get a piece of paper that tells you, yes, you can start tattooing on clients, but to get educated in this could mean your life. Hepatitis is very rampant in the tattoo industry. So it's really important for the safety of you and your clients to not rush this part, to really understand how to take off your gloves, how to do a proper sterile setup to make sure that you and your clients don't get sick. And learning from a reputable course or workshop is going to give you access to a network of professionals who can provide support and mentorship as you start your business, which can be invaluable. So while some YouTube videos, yeah, it can provide some information, It can. There's a lot of amazing YouTube videos out there from really talented artists, but it is not a reliable or safe way to actually learn the art of cosmetic tattooing. And it is so important that you take a course or a workshop from a reputable source taught by an experienced professional, because you need to gain not just the knowledge, but the muscle memory, the skill. And you need to practice first on latex, then on actual skin, on actual people, in order to be successful and comfortable at this craft. Moving on to point number 2, okay? Point number 2 for your note takers. This is a big one because there's steps within steps. And once I say it, you'll understand why. Get your business legal, because starting a PMU business is super exciting. But before you start just going willy-nilly and tattooing faces, it is really important to get your business legal. Setting up your business as a legal entity and obtaining all the necessary licenses and permits is crucial so you do not run into any trouble with the law. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys, like I said, steps within steps. Get legal. First thing is first, you need to decide on a business structure. You can choose to be sole proprietor, an LLC, or a corporation. And each structure has its own advantages, pros and cons, disadvantages. So it's important to research and choose the one that best suits your needs. Okay. So business structure refers to the legal form that a business takes on and the way it is organized. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background on each one, starting with sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship, it is the simplest and most common form of business structure. It means that it is owned and operated by one person. So a lot of beauty business owners start out like this. It's owned and operated by one person, and there's no legal distinction between the owner and the business. So the pros of this is that it's easy to set up, it's inexpensive, and you as the owner, you have complete control over the business. Now, the bad thing about it is that the owner is personally liable for all debts, all legal issues, no protection of your personal assets. Okay? So that's the con. It's the easiest to set up, but it provides the least amount of protection. 2, LLC is what I recommend most people start out with. So LLC is a limited liability company. That's what it stands for. And it's a hybrid structure. It combines the simplicity and the ease of a sole proprietorship with the protection of a corporation. It's a separate legal entity from the owners, and the owners have limited personal liability. So the pro is that it provides personal asset protection, it's easy to set up, and it is more flexible than corporations. So what might be a disadvantage, that it's a little bit more expensive to set up and maintain than a sole proprietorship. And there's like more formalities and compliance requirements. So it's a little bit more work, but it's a lot more protection. So in my opinion, it's worth it. And the third one is corporation. A corporation is a separate legal entity from the owners, and it is owned by shareholders. Shareholders elect a board of directors to run the business, and they are not personally reliable for the company's debts or liabilities. The good thing about it is it provides personal asset protection. It can raise capital through the sale of stock and can have an unlimited lifespan. The cons, well, it's complicated. It's more expensive and time consuming, and there's a lot more formalities. Okay, so you choose what's right for you. Make sure you consult somebody like a CPA or a lawyer or business advisor to determine which structure is best for you. But you can kind of already see just from listening to me and the breakdown of these 3 most common entities and structures, the LLC is probably your best bet. All right, number 3, registration, permits, and licenses. So registering a tattoo business in the United States, it involves several steps and specific requirements, and it can vary from state to state. However, generally speaking, this process includes, so it's steps within steps, the following steps, okay? Obtain a business license from your state, city, or county government. The next thing you need to do is obtain a tattoo artist license. Each state has different requirements for getting one of these tattoo artist license. And if you are in PMU, make no mistake, you are in the body art profession. You are a tattoo artist of the face. But generally, it requires passing a written exam, paying a fee, and completing a blood-borne pathogen training course. That's how you get a tattoo artist license. And guys, if I can make a suggestion, you better take that blood-borne pathogen training course very seriously, because it literally means your health and safety and the health and safety of your clients. Okay? Oh my God, this is so funny. Oh, there you are. Hey, I want to invite you to my free Facebook group called Beauty Biz Secrets, where you can connect with more beauty entrepreneurs just like you. You'll get tons of freebies, strategies, and if you've ever wanted to ask me a question one-on-one, I go live in there a lot, so it's your chance to be coached in the hot seat. Just click the link below in the description box. Next step is registering your business name. But before you register a business name, you have to choose a business name. Now, naming your business. Clear over cute. When it comes to naming your business, remember these words, clear over cute, because choosing a clear and straightforward business name is a much better strategy for several reasons, because a clear business name is easy to understand and it communicates the purpose and nature of your business. It gives potential customers a really clear, undeniable understanding of who you are, what your business is, and what you offer. And this is really important for trust building. I know it's tempting to name your business something cute. But if I were to do it again, in my opinion, you will be leaving money on the table if you don't have a clear business name. Let's talk about just SEO for a second, right? A clear business name can help with search engine optimization by making it easier for customers to find your business online, because anybody that's looking for your services is going to be typing in that service name online, that service name, and probably your location. So my best advice, include your business service, what the number one service your business provides, and your location in the name, because it will make it more likely for customers to find you through Google, through Instagram, through anywhere. So clear over cute. Branding, it makes it easier to brand if you have a clear business name. Because a cute and clever name, it's cute, but I don't know, it doesn't always make money, right? It'll be easier to market as well. It's easier to create campaign materials and marketing graphics. A name that accurately reflects the nature of your business will help to create a consistent message and make it more effective in promoting your business. So, while a cute name might be appealing and fun, and it might feel good, right? Doesn't it feel better to make more money, to actually be profitable? So, my best advice is to be straightforward. It's a better strategy for building a successful business. A clear name is more likely to be easily understood, more likely to be remembered, more likely to be searched by potential customers, which is going to help attract and maintain them. Think about it. In your town, The artists that are doing the best are the ones that are microblading the name of the location. Like, for example, the number one microblading studio here in Los Angeles is Microblading LA. Clear over cute. That's an example, right? Love MLA. I love Lindsay Tosh. She's a dear friend of mine and also somebody I admire very much so. All right. Next up, obtain any other necessary licenses or permits. And this depends, you guys. This depends on your location, right? You have to look it up. You need to obtain other licenses or permits, such as sales tax permits or health permits. And you need to comply with your health department. You need to comply with the health and safety regulations to protect both you, the artist, as well as the client. And this will include obtaining a health permit, passing an inspection, following sterilization and sanitation protocols, and proving that you are providing a safe and clean working environment. I remember my first inspection, I was so nervous and I didn't have clients yet, but it's actually, they'll actually work with you. Most health inspectors are very nice and they understand if you are new and you need some guidance. So that's why it's really important to take that bloodborne pathogens test very seriously, because you need to reflect that education in your setup when you pass the health department test. And it is important to note too that the laws and regulations for tattoo businesses can vary by state, from state to state. It is important to check with your state government to determine what is required in your area. It is also essential to comply with all health and safety regulations, again, for your protection as well as your clients. I am always happy to hear from you guys, from my listeners. I want to make sure I answer any and all questions that you might have. So you can always reach me on Instagram at Real Sheila Bella. And thank you so much for listening. I will catch you guys on the next episode. Woo!